Hello, this is Julian with Coffee Reviews, and this is the fifth and final part of my Sweet Bloom series. So again, just left location on Reed Street, and I'm going to be trying their Agusto Castillp washed Guatemala. Let me go ahead and take a sip. Alrighty, so where we left off now, last thing that was kind of really notable for Sweet Bloom was shortly after I had left Lakewood and moved to Seattle, the coffee shop I was going to, La Marzocco, for the cuppings, they were introducing Sweet Bloom as their guest residency for the month. So I happened to see the barista that had been serving me my coffee for the past 3 years or so, 4 years. We had a brief discussion, thought it was funny, and Andy Spranger, the owner, founder of Sweet Bloom, was going to be doing the cupping. So this was my opportunity. I got there, had a very long conversation with Andy, got to learn about the business, everything he's done, and like the future of the company. And it was very clear to me that Andy cared and still cares very deeply about his coffee. It seemed like he never wanted, I actually flat out asked him if he ever considered like becoming a blue bottle, something very big and powerful in the coffee industry. He said it was always his focus to just have the best coffee, and he never wanted to lose that. And it's so respectable, and kind of speaking with one of my probably my biggest coffee idol, my biggest coffee hero in person, and getting his take on everything was massively influential. So it's been since that moment. Again, I had already been drinking all of Sweet Bloom's coffees, but getting to meet the man behind it and discussing it was such a huge deal to me. And this is a shout out to Sweet Bloom, still my #1 favorite coffee roaster, and the only place I've done a 5-part series on to this point. I should put the air conditioner on, it's really hot in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about this Guatemala though. And it's really, you know, it's actually kind of surprising. I keep talking about in my other videos how some of these like less popular coffees can be really amazing. And this Guatemala, again, kind of hits that mark. It has a little bit more fruit than I would have expected. It's got that great appleness to it without the acidity. That's always a great balance. Another perfectly roasted coffee from them. Maybe some like brownie batter, I guess, is a good way to describe this. Some like maybe like a candy bar that might have some fruitiness to it. I don't know if that really makes any sense, but definitely like a candy bar apple sort of thing to it. Very, very nice. Man, it's really hot in here. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of wrap this entire series up then. So the Pablo Guerrero Gesha is by far my favorite, and I purchased it, and I'm going to be talking about it a lot more in depth in the near future. I'm having them ship it to me because I wanted something with a fresher roast date so I could experiment with it a little further. I also bought their Ethiopia Gesha, which they no longer have online, and I'm going to be talking about that one in great depth. That one has been out of commission, I guess, online for a little bit too, so super excited to talk about that one. But Pablo Guerrero Gesha, my #1 favorite coffee from this trip. That El Salvador is still my second. Hugely surprising, hugely unique coffee. This Guatemala right here, it definitely gets my #3 spot. It's surprised me more than the Negatu Wasi as well as the Guji, so terrific job on this one right here. Not as good as the El Salvador in my opinion, but still a tremendously outstanding coffee. From that point, we got the Negatu Wasi, the Natural Ethiopia, and then the Guji, my least favorite of the 5. All 5 of these are coffees I would love to buy. They're coffees I recommend, and they were spectacular. And Sweet Bloom as a whole has been spectacular for years. This trip is not disappointed. The series is not disappointed. Super happy I got to try all 5 coffees, and we're going to be talking a lot more about Sweet Bloom in the future. There will be so many reviews on Sweet Bloom. And I guess just a shout out to them, and thank you for watching all these videos. If you've watched all 5 parts of this series, then I mean, I had so much to talk about with Sweet Bloom. And I'll forever have a lot to talk about with Sweet Bloom. So if you have any thoughts, if you've tried Sweet Bloom, if you don't like Sweet Bloom, love Sweet Bloom, feel free to let me know. But this has been my 5-part series on Sweet Bloom Coffee Roaster out of Lakewood, Colorado. Thank you for watching.